everybody. My name is Breathren. And yeah, man. It's an honor to be here with all of you, with all the amazing people who come before me. It's an honor to be here and share in your presence. Pablo in absentia, and most of all, yeah. The ones that have come before us, the ones that we cannot grow without. Being a student of the universe, I was possessed by the universe a while back, and in that walk where you're somewhere in the dark and you don't know what to hold on to, who can you turn to, and you're sort of grappling and feeling lost. I was in that space for quite a while until I stumbled upon this amazing instrument. I was in Australia at that time. I heard somebody play it, and in that moment I sort of had my answers. I don't know how, I just felt like I knew what I needed to do from that point. Being far away from people I knew, people my loved ones, and an instrument was the one that was talking to me or guiding me, and I felt coming from where I was, from this, the situation I was in before, that didn't make sense at all, and I started probing into that, and ended up meeting somebody, an Aboriginal, and getting to learn about this beautiful instrument. It's called Idaki in the native language. It's a Didgeridoo in English, and so I started learning how to play it. And during those moments, I had the most profound moments in my life. I had a clarity that I'd never had before. And so began my journey, or continued my journey. And while that was happening, I started looking around other cultures. I think Musioki mentioned something about how you can borrow from other cultures, and a lot of the things that we also do now, we sort of, these things have opened up so much, and you can adopt and learn new things, or adopt something that works with your kind of style or lifestyle, or what resonates with you pretty much. And I started looking into all these different cultures and learning about the tools of first of there's the tools of transformation and the tools of yeah, being able to connect with your indigenous self, your authentic self, or being able to tap into the Great Spirit, using yourself as a conduit for answers. So I came back to Kenya, and of course I started learning, and I met Masta Jumba and learnt about drums and all these instruments that Kenyans or tribes in Kenya have been using. And so I have been looking into that and trying to also share what I get. And in my walk, I met an amazing soul called Eric. He builds Kalimbas. He's tapped into. He's not from Africa, but how same way you can tap into other cultures. You can sort of learn from. So I met him, and I have been learning about the Kalimbas, which come from. They're an African instrument played in different countries. Northern part of Kenya, of Africa. You have Zimbabwe in the south. It's called mbira in Zimbabwe, and it's also used in the same way. Being able to get yourself into there's so many names, different cultures, like a transcendent, whether it's a transcendent state, altered state of consciousness, and so it has been used in Zimbabwe, even in South Africa. The native people in South Africa have used it as well. And the beauty about this particular instrument is how, because I really would have wanted to be able to share about the Didgeridoo, and but because of the sustainability part of it, it's a tree trunk that's usually hollowed out by termites. So it's hollowed out by termites, and that's the only time the native cut it, when already termites have gone through it, and use it as an instrument. So I stumbled upon the Kalimba, and I really fell in love, because it's something that you can have in your bag, like in those quiet times. Maybe your neighbor doesn't want you to hear you playing the drum at night, or like you can just whip it out so traditionally it's just a plank of wood that uses a calabash, something like I forget the name. Birimba, yes. So yeah, it uses the resonating box. So usually it's just a plank of wood, and then it's placed inside the resonator, and so guys can just it's the same thing Pablo was talking about. These are the similarities, like whether it's counting the beats. playfulness of capoeira. They're very simple, it's not complicated. Has a lot of analogies in life as well. Just being able to keep a constant rhythm. Things might not be that fancy,